It sounds gross, but many of us are eating, drinking, and breathing tiny pieces of plastic on a regular basis.
Microplastics are a byproduct of the more than 8 billion tons of plastic produced since the 1950s. But as our partners at Consumer Reports reveal, there are steps you can take to eat less plastic.
Plastic is everywhere. Bags, bottles, and packaging. For everything from hand lotion to dish soap to coffee pods. But plastic has become more than just a part of our lives. It has unwittingly become part of our diet, too.
As we use all of this plastic, little tiny fragments break off of the water bottles or plastic bags or wrappings. We call these little fragments microplastics. They're 5 millimeters at their largest, but they can be much smaller. They can be microscopic. And they end up in the food that we eat, the water that we drink, and even the air that we breathe.
According to early results from a forthcoming study from the University of Newcastle in Australia, researchers estimate the average person consumes up to 5 grams of plastic a week, the equivalent of a credit card. The Plastics Industry Association said in a statement to Consumer Reports that research has not shown significant human health impacts from microplastics, but this is something that requires further study.
Experts that we've spoken with say that it's very likely there are going to be at least some health effects. It's possible, for example, that ingesting microplastics might increase our exposure to some other chemicals that we know are in some plastics, chemicals that we know have harmful health effects.
Some of these chemicals have been linked to a variety of potential health problems, including reduced fertility, obesity, organ damage, developmental delays in children, and even cancer. So, how can you eat less plastic? First, start by drinking tap water. Microplastic levels in bottled water can be twice as high as tap. Using the microwave? Don't heat food in plastic. And eat more fresh food. It may expose you to fewer concerning chemicals than wrapped, packaged, and processed food.
Another place you may be ingesting plastic? Household dust. It's a big source of both microplastics and chemicals and is another reason to vacuum regularly. A family's grief lingers more than 20 years since last seeing their loved one, and they're hoping someone can put an end to their nightmare. We'll explain just ahead on The Valley Today.
Plus, some people are waking up and saying, "Say it ain't snow." That's right. There is measurable snow in some parts of the region. Lisa Green is in with a check of our forecast.